Dumelang sanbonan and good day. As you know, my name is Kopano Ramashala and I'm the founder and managing director at Bakwena Telecommunications. We're back again, yes, with another video. It's been a moment, only because life has been happening, business, private, and all in all. But we won't get into that. One big favor that I'm going to ask from you, and I'm going to ask for your assistance to keep me consistent in recording all of these videos, is to click that subscribe button. As you can see with this metric here, a large majority of everybody who's watching this video is not subscribed to our channel. It's free, guys. You don't have to pay anything. I don't know what you told you, marake mahala. So help me out so I can be more consistent and have, you know, that drive to actually record these videos, because I know there's an audience out there that's waiting for it. So without further ado, let's get into the next episode of the DIY ISP. And the reason why you've clicked this thumbnail and this title and wanted to watch this video is because you wanted to know how you're going to make yourself a nice living with one of these. What is one of these? Well, this is an outdoor wireless hotspot. Heavy machinery, I tell you. But yeah, before we get into the nitty-gritties of things, you know how we start our videos with like a drum roll, please. There you go. Yeah. So as you know, in all of my videos, one thing I preach that you need before you start anything is to have yourself a registered business. It's only $179 Buffett. It's not expensive. Get yourself a registered business so you can separate business from pleasure, and you know you have revenue that's going into a registered business with a business account, and then you can consult SARS and pay some tax. But yeah, that's not the only reason. It's just good to have a registered form of business and enterprise where you can use to trade in the future. You'll have a good track record to show that you're actually someone that is trustworthy. That's point number one. Point number two, what you need is this heavy machinery that I've showed you. This is a 1400 megabits per second outdoor wireless hotspot. It's AC and .AX compliant. Those are specifications of the bandwidth that it can push, but you guys can research further on that. It's both in 2 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz spectrums. So 2 gigahertz can push long distance, but yeah, the signal, if it gets trees and some other inhibiting factors, it fails to transmit properly, and the speed is a bit limited. 5 gigahertz can push larger capacity, but it's also more susceptible to any inhibiting factors in its path. But yeah, you can have one of those big Makulu buses, or you can have this small anyana TP-Link 2 gigahertz AP as well. You also can have one of these microtics that I have up on the screen as well. It's called the Mantbox AS15S. This new one is 802.11ax, so it's Wi-Fi 6 compliant, so you can push bigger capacities at a further distance, and it's quite lovely. And the reason why I'd also recommend one of these is because in the next thing that you need, you're going to obviously need yourself a router of some sort, and I also prefer MikroTik because it's compatible with the cloud software that you're going to use to control all of this. So it would be easier to just buy an access point and a router as per se in one thing, and you don't have to have 150 things that you need to buy, because you know, DIY ISP, we're trying to do this as most affordable and cheap as possible. So next on the list, we have ourselves, this is a MikroTik cloud switch. It's got PoE on all ports here, so you're able to power heavy stuff. This Makulu bus, 48 volt, anything from 24 to 48 volt, You can power one of these. You can power your Montbox AS if you want to as well. So it's solely up to you, but it's good because it can also power all of your access points, and it can manage now your whole internet service basically, because all of the cloud management software, it connects to this device here, and then it does the magic for you. Which brings me to the next thing that you need. Next thing that you need, as you'll see up on the screen, I have a cloud-based software called PowerLinks. Basically, PowerLinks does everything for you. It's just great overall for ISP startups, ISPs, and people with public hotspots. And it's easy for you to actually just expand like a reseller model and things like that. So how does it work for you? You're able to design your own branded page. You'll have your logo there. Customers can input their telephone number where they'll get a code. Once they have pressed OK, it sort of authenticates you that you're real Wamampela. You know, there's these am I a robot things, so it's similar to that. And then it'll take you to the next page where you'll choose a plan. So where you choose a plan, you can either have a free plan, maybe awanyana that a person can browse for free using your service, and then anything further to that, they'd have to buy a voucher maybe at 5 Rand a day. You don't have to limit them to maybe 1 gig. Like, I think those days are over where we're gonna limit people to how many megabits they can use. They should be able to use as fast as they can. Maybe that will be the limit, the speed, but it should be an unlimited data plan basically. And then step 3, it'll take them to this voucher page where maybe they can check out using a card or a one for you voucher, or you can actually print out like prepaid vouchers that you can give to your release sellers, maybe Spazanyana tuck shop, or if the hotspot's at your house and you have someone that can actually man the traffic, people can come to you and also purchase vouchers, you know, to browse. So that's the beauty of that. And one thing I love about this software is that it's very cheap of each. I'm just gonna go to their pricing plan, yeah. They've actually increased. Hey, hey, okay, the last time I had visited their page, they were charging $20 a month. Now they've increased significantly to $50. But this allows you to have round about 210 customers on it simultaneously at the same time. But it doesn't limit you to basically the amount of hotspots. That's what I like about this software specifically. Other softwares out there limits you to say one hotspot, give $50. So if you've got 10 of these, you're paying $50, it's $500. That way you won't make money. So $50 per month, you'll see as per the calculation that I'll have up on the screen now, $50 a month, you're looking at it's a lot of money now. It was cheap, guys. It was cheap. It was 400 this thing before, but they saw maybe that people are buying into the scam too much. So it's 904 Rand roundabout, plus minus per month per hotspot. But for all that it gives you, I think it's a good price to pay. There's still a lot of value for money there. So yeah. With that said, once you have all of these things, you'll connect them together. How you connect them together, me, myself, and I is very knowledgeable about these things, but I'm sure I'll make another video of how to hook up everything else. And then the final thing that you'll need is obviously an internet connection. A lot of people like to bootstrap it, so I'll say you can do that if you want to, but I'm not someone that's going to promote that, because obviously I'm an ISP myself, and I wouldn't like you to use other ISP services to resell that internet. On our ISP, we welcome that. You can get a certain product from us that will have maybe 100 megs or 200 megs for you to resell. We don't mind whatsoever. So yeah, we charge around about 1,200 for a 100 meg line and 1,370 for a 200 meg line that's also wireless, that is also pashash to do something like this. So yeah, those will be your costs basically. So yeah, man, once you have all of that, you can basically push what you need to push, you know what I mean? So we're gonna start it here. We're just gonna have a rough calculation here. Yo guys, there's so much stuff on my desktop. I don't close tabs. So we have the 900, 904 rand. So 905, let's just round it off to 905, or we'll even round it off to 1,000 rand per month. Let's just say you got your 1,000 rand per month for your cloud hosting software, plus your 1,200, mosquitoes guys, 1,200 for your 100 meg line, and that's 2,200. And let's say, for example, you're also using electricity. This equipment doesn't use a lot of electricity. Or just say maybe you're using 200 rands worth of electricity, which is probably 50 units a month. Sharp. And if you are printing vouchers, you'll have your paper cost there. But if you're not printing and you're integrated into a payment gateway, then obviously you'll just be sharing your revenues with whatever payment gateway that you're using. And yeah, that's that. So in total, we have a total of 1,400. That's your cost per month. And the potential that you can make is anywhere from that 1,400 to whatever you want. But as we had said here, the limit on power links for that plan is 200 simultaneous users that are online. So we'll just take it at that 200 simultaneous users. For example, if in a day you have 200 simultaneous users at any time and you're charging them 5 rand for a daily voucher, you're making 1,000 rand a day. So if you times that by 30 days, you know the maths, most. It's 30,000 rand per month that you'll be making, and your input costs are going to be very cheap. As we had said, it's 2,400 a month, so you are making a lot of money there. If you minus the 2,400 there, or 2,600 rather, you're making 27,000 rand in profit. So now I like to be realistic. I'm sure after a long time, or if you've got multiple hotspots, you'll be able to have that 200 users simultaneously. But if you're starting with the one, I'm thinking you'll be having like plus minus 30 simultaneous customers a day when you're starting out. That 30 times 5 rand, it's 150 rand, very measly. Times that by 30, you're making 4,500 rand a month in terms of revenue. You minus your input costs. You said you've got 1,000 rand for cloud hosting. You've got 1,200 rand for internet from Bakwena, wink wink, nudge nudge, and you've got your 200 electricity, so you don't have any issues. So you're making 2,100 rand. Nobody can just give you 2,100 rand, especially in Msairana's economy. So yeah, that's it when you have like 30 customers per day and they're netting, they're giving you that amount, 2,100 of profit. Now the added advantage to also using power links is that you can pipe in adverts. So a customer can click, say I'm going to join, Once they've joined, they see an ad from Nike, Adidas, Texangoma, Bakwena, Telecoms, whoever, you know what I mean? And those people can literally be paying you a certain amount per month. If I mean you have 30 customers on per day, let's times that by 30 days. You're having around about 900 customers that are on, and it could be different people, and somebody would pay for that audience, you know what I mean? A local shop, maybe your ShopRite that's close by, your petrol station, a local business could say, you know what, if there's people that are connecting to your hotspot, then I want to be in front of their eyes. If you have your hotspot, maybe in a taxi rank, but there's lots of people coming in and out. You could be having around about 900 people per day if it's a busy time and a busy shisanyam or a busy taxi rank. Taxi rank, it's even more than 900 people a day. So you can imagine the revenue that you can make just out of advertising as well. You can even have the Wi-Fi hotspot as free and have advertising basically funded, and that could be your model. So it's up to you how you want to skin this cat, but I've given you the tips, I've given you the hows. I guess I'll have to do a how-to video of how to connect this mtaka here with this mtaka here or this mtaka here, if you're on a budget. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully you guys have gained some knowledge from this video and are gonna apply it. And speaking about people who are applying the knowledge, I'd just like to thank those who have taken the time and the opportunities, and they've taken something from their pocket and invested in themselves and their business by coming to me and asking for consulting services. Those people, wherever they are, they've got a wealth of information, and it's up to them how they use it, but I've plugged them. And to everyone else who'd like me to hold their hand from A to Z, the reason why I do these DIY ISP videos is to get you guys in the market, in the business, as cheap and as affordable as possible. So if I'm gonna charge you consulting fees to hold your hand from inception to seeing you have a tower or seeing you have your own fiber infrastructure, that's gonna cost you a lot of money, and that's not really the point of what I'm trying to do here. But if it's what you want, it's what I'll give you. But I just wanted to put up a disclaimer that it's not really what I want. It's not really what I want to do with this video series. But yeah, with all that said, I'd like to thank you very much for viewing this video. And if this was very valuable content, please click that like button down there. And don't forget to help me, push me to make more videos by clicking the subscribe button there. It's only free, but free too, no cost to you. And until next time, thanks for tuning in. And this is, the DIY ISP with Kopano Ramashala, founder and managing director of Bakwena Telecoms. Until next time.